Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We have finally reached the finals. My name is Fdot, joined here one more time by
Finally,
Diem.
it's been
Brandon.
like an hour.
What?
It's been like an hour.
Yeah, but I've been waiting for this moment all week. Open bracket coming to a close here for Europe. We're taking a look at some of our more accomplished teams as we see Morphia fell to Team Astro. That was the last match that we got to take a look at. And under the radar, Clan actually falls to Clown Fiesta. It did take Clown Fiesta 3 games to achieve that success, though. So Astro versus Fiesta.
It's strange, right? That Clown Fiesta was able to get that 2-1 over Envo with how well they played. I kind of wish we got a chance to check that game out, but we'll see him here.
I mean, this is definitely one of those situations where I go back and I have to watch that one because Clan looked so spectacular that if I see anything less than perfection from Clown Fiesta, I'm going to definitely question a couple of things. So.
I would assume they lost in picks and bans.
That's fair.
I mean, just because, like, they should have lost in picks and bans in the game before, but their skill, I think, carried them through.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different directions that the picks and ban strategy can go. Sometimes you get turned around, and you wind up banning Raven when you're first pick, or you just forget to ban anything else. So things can be difficult here in our pick ban phase, I think, for Season 3.
It's fine.
I liked it. But as we get into our finals of picks and bans, we'll take a look at which direction Astro or Clown Fiesta want to go in. And realistically, there was more than just me fixing my tie there. I think that the picks and ban phase here, not only do we have additional bans from last year, but as the meta is young and as the season is young, we have situations like this where I personally don't think Hell is worth a ban at all, but Astro...
I have not seen a single pro player from scrims, from anything they've told me, that think Hell is a viable pick. From my own experience as a solo laner, this is not a god that I would have picked up, so strange. Now that is a worse ban in my opinion because he, at worst, is the second best character in the game. He most likely is the best character in the game, and to give him away as the first pick with Kwang already banned and guaranteeing you a position where you will have strength in the early game is strange to me. Astro, however, does ban Raven. Hunbots gets taken away, and they'll start off with Chiron, leaving Clown Fiesta to probably pick Khepri here. Yeah,
so there's a lot of choices here, which, as we saw with the Kwang off the table, that leaves only one execute available, which is Thanatos, but Thanatos is a very particular god, so we'll see how Astro deals with the... Well, there's still one more pick for Clown Fiesta. These teams seem to be on a different page than us.
I don't know. Janus is good. I think this is even a ban-worthy character. And we'll go into Athena, a very safe pick. Double global as well, ensuring that this team has a ton of mobility. They'll probably look for Thor here as well in the third pick. Astro does have Khepri available if they want to go for him.
They go Naja instead. That'll be able to take Janus out of the picture, and Scylla to match up against the Janus in the mid lane. These are, expect to see a lot of Scylla, I think, in Season 3.
Scylla Nasha combo is pretty much guaranteed if Nasha hits the ultimate, and that's a dead character. It doesn't even matter if you're a tank.
We saw it's a different character, sure, but we saw that combination last match with the Khumbakarna into the Scylla. It's a very similar, if not the same exact effect.
So we have combo on the left side. You know, Chiron able to match up, ensure baits, Nasha Scylla going for the massive damage. Over on the other side, it's Team Global so far with Janus, Athena, Neith, and then taking away Geb. And likely Khepri is going to force Astro into a Khumba or Ares pick. Ares more likely with Janus and Neith on the table.
Fenrir also banned out this time by Astro.
I still see a Thor pick. I want to see this, like, get all the globals. Just get them all.
Khepri is going to be banned out by Clown Fiesta. That's a strong character to ban out. I really like that choice, especially with the Naja, who's known as being very aggressive and finding himself in awkward situations. Last ban. Over to Team Astro. There's the Thor ban. Very smart.
I like it. Clown Fiesta option here, looking for jungle or likely solo. I mean, solo Apollo here does really well. Keep the globals going.
Really?
Does a ton of damage. Very hard to beat in lane. Super safe. Great rotations. Put a teleport on him. It's impossible to lock him down.
That means that your jungler has to be magical if you put yourself in a solo hunter situation. They're going to go Odin, though, which still, your jungler has to be magical. And with Kwang off the table, where does that really leave you?
Wait, why does the jungler have to be magical?
Because you wind up, never mind, I'm miscounting. I'm definitely miscounting. I thought we had 3 physicals already.
Nope, that's Janus.
Yep.
He hits people with magic.
There's Khumbakarna.
Yep.
So you've got Khumba and Naja, both going to be able to facilitate Scylla.
This is rough. I mean, there's 2 now dash ults that if you get hit by, you're going to die.
Brandon.
What's up?
We've got 2 facilitators.
He's so happy about this right now. You see the smile on his face. That was incredible.
I'm so happy about that one. So Astro definitely is putting themselves in a direction to assist Scylla getting off that damage. And Tyr, does he fit in this composition? I think the question is,
Sure.
who cares?
No, honestly, I think he's probably the best pick. This was probably the first time, I think, with Tyr and Vamana open, the Vamana wasn't the right choice. Tyr was. Not only can he heal in the front line forever, but no one in this team can lock him down. Even Odin is going to have a hard time. As long as he keeps his Lawbringer active, he'll have an escape from the Odin ring.
So that's a spicy pick, without a doubt. Aphrodite is a character that exists sort of outside of the healer meta. Right now, it's pretty much universal that we're not in the healer meta anymore.
No. No, we're not.
But Aphrodite still winds up sticking her nose into situations, even when she's not in the forefront. Talk to me a little bit about this choice and if you like it or not.
Well, Aphrodite is my favorite character. Anyone who has seen me play or seen, anything about me knows that I played this character. She is my favorite character by a mile. I have a ton of worshippers on her. Like, this is my go-to whenever there's money on the line. But in Season 3, I have not found any success at all, and I've played her a fair amount. So I'm wondering what Sozage is going to do here to change it up. Now, you see he's starting with Breastplate, going to rush into Breastplate of Valor for cooldown reduction, but that's going to put her behind. There's no way she's going to have enough damage in the early game to ensure that she's going to be able to get kills. And with linking with Odin, I mean, honestly, that doesn't shut Tyr down. Another big thing here is that Ducky doesn't seem to have changed his strategy. Why he would choose Teleport instead of the insanely powerful curse at this stage of the game is beyond me.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thought as well, looking across the board and looking at the opposition in the solo lane. Beads on the Aphrodite. So it is worth noting that Sausage's real claim to fame, if you will, came out of Hellplay. So healers seem to be in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can make this very different.
Those are very different.
Very different characters. But just going along the way of healers, maybe he can find a way to sort of make Aphrodite work as well.
I hope he can. I want to see some Afro play.
It'd be fun. She brings a different element to the game in the sense of sort of how Geb allows you to really protect the character. Well,
Topside, Aphrodite starting back camps. Aphrodite, one of the lowest damaging mages early on. I mean, she just doesn't have a lot of great potential. She has long cooldowns. It's going to take her a long time to be able to get everything done. By the time she gets these boars dead, I think she's going to wind up missing a creep. In fact, it looks like FlyToSafety is going to abandon. He's going to get to lane late. You can actually see the mid camp, blue camp start. It's not only going to yield more experience and more control for the mid laners and the junglers, but it's going to result in a major advantage for the solo laners somehow.
Yeah, I think the thought process there was that Odin's high early clear would be able to take things out of the way for Aphrodite's low early clear, but doesn't seem to be as successful as the team might have thought. I mean, with that said, they do get the left heart piece.
Lunch is 120 damage. It's not exactly high clear. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Also, second time we're seeing Jungle Odin today.
Yeah, it's, I guess, honestly, it's an interesting thought process. We've seen it a little bit, of course. There's the famous 667 out in North America. So is that the first time that we've seen a Jungle
Odin? I don't know that joke. What does that joke mean? 667.
I'm unfamiliar as well, Mr. Destructoid.
Uh-oh.
But left-hand side, we're already putting somebody down. Neith heals up a little bit, but is it enough? Actually, now, turn the tables. Red team hits sprint. Now they're looking for Wlfy right now.
Turn around. Wlfy is going too far.
Interesting situation in the duo lane. Winds up with Zigox taking a spill. First blood going the way of Clown Fiesta, and that was a back and forth and back and forth.
One of the worst characters to lose first blood on, because not only have you died, but you've given up your sleepy as well. So for the next 5 minutes, Khumbakarna has no passive. I don't understand how Neith was getting outpushed so heavily that they started her, but for some reason Chiron went 100% into the fight and not the wave, resulting in Tikkyy able to lock down the entire thing and getting a kill onto a Khumbakarna. I mean, this is not something I would have expected.
Not at all. And as I said, that looked like Neith was dead 7 ways to heaven, but able to turn it around very intelligently was Clown Fiesta. A quick heal from the Unravel and good positioning allowed them to really figure out that Team Astro was a little bit too far gone. So Clown Fiesta able to capitalize off of that situation. And now we have pretty much a return to normalcy, if you will. Teams just looking for the regular jungle camps. And with a Naja in the jungle, we expect to see damage come out as soon as she hits level 5.
Control. Left side, Neith by herself, able to lock this down as the rest of her team invades the boars and steals them away. Extra experience across the board.
Pings coming out, so Astro knows where the red team were. Pigs are gone. So it's just a little bit less experience going the way of the blue duo lane.
See, it's more than just getting the pigs, because you're getting X amount of experience, but you're also getting your own pigs, plus you're stealing away that experience from them. So if you get both, it's triple the amount of experience that normally you should be getting. It's really important.
And also, not for nothing, I mean, the jungler, there's a lot of things to do in the jungle, but it's also very easily stolen away. So you can find yourself very quickly with nothing to do as a jungler if these invades become more and more routine.
Sozage going a little bit farther than he needed to there to get that back off. I wonder if that spells unfamiliarity. Like you said, he is primarily a Hell player. Does he have a lot of Aphrodite in his time, I guess?
I'm honestly not too sure, and we will use this game to really sort of take a look. Sozage, of course, one of the better-known players. He's poked his head in the SPL here time and time again. Has yet to really find success, trying it this time with some reputable names as well. AngryDayQQ made a name for himself in the 3v3 scene once upon a time. So these players have sort of flirted with professional end.
Speaking of 3v3 scene,
sure.
I think we're going to see some stuff from this map.
Yeah? You're excited?
What?
You're excited?
I am. You know, I've been a harsh critic so far. I mean, there's a few things I think that need to be altered, but for the most part, it seems pretty refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, refreshing is really, I guess the aim of the game is to, you know, switch things up a little bit and still create a game that people can enjoy. That's what we did with Season 3, and taking a look at 3v3, sort of a bigger overhaul. Honestly, if you take a look at my Smite account, I have hundreds and thousands of hours on Conquest and usually under 10 for each other game mode. But I like the look of the 3v3 map, I can give you that much. It looks beautiful.
I think the 3v3 is my second most played.
Really?
I like 3v3.
See, I wound up sticking to Conquest. For me, for me, Smite is Conquest. And then the other game modes are worth talking about for the players that want it. But I don't play horse, I play basketball. You know, I don't play running bases, I play baseball. I play Conquest when it comes to Smite. I think this is the premier game mode. And when you see the 5v5 on a high level, I think that really spells out what goes on. But with the changes to the 3v3 map, I think it's very competitive. And I think that we can see a sub-scene come out from that for sure.
Right side, Sozage continues to farm, as you see Ducky and Sanjo coming in. Now, so far, she hasn't backed yet. She should, at this point, have enough to get that Breastplate of Valor online.
Afro?
It looks like she's trying to save up a little bit longer for boots as well. But she's not getting the same rotations, it seems, as Ducky is. Ducky hitting level... Oh, no, not level 9. Actually, she has a fair amount of experience here. This wave should proc her into level 9. Yeah,
Sozage has been by himself for pretty much the entirety of the game, which is a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how well you're doing out in the solo lane. The mid lane, a little bit of a different story. Neith is going to confirm the death, if not already taken by FlyToSafety. Sanjo takes a spill right here. Now the rest of the team will aggress on the mid lane, but a quick get-out-of-jail-free card will be played by the Scylla. It's a lot of damage coming out of support, but is it enough?
Ooh, good taunt by Athena, locks it down, ensures FlyToSafety can get out of there safely.
Did he fly?
He did indeed,
he
actually.
Jumped.
And then he fell with style.
That was actually a little bit of a buzzkill coming out there for the blue team as they put down Clown Fiesta one more time. Or they get put down, rather. 2 kills to none are sitting Clown Fiesta. And we'll take a look at the graphs as well. 1,400 gold already. So as long as Clown Fiesta keep up this pace, they should be looking good. But they're not off to like a launching start. They're just taking the kills as they come.
Right side make him spawn as Odin rotates over. He's going to make an attempt. He's going to bird, but they're not going to fight that? I guess they were really afraid of that Athena.
I mean, Athena definitely has shown up when she needed to. StacktimusPrime has really made her taunts count. There's a lot of damage onto Zigox from the right-hand side. In comes Odin, but just barely underneath the bird bomb. And the Khumbakarna will live one more time.
So far for me, Zigox has been showing a weakness in prediction. He's not paying attention to what his enemies can do. He's only worried about what he can do.
Okay.
Luckily for him there, he knew that he could get out, which is the same thing I think FlyToSafety's having a problem with. He's like, I can bird bomb this wave, I can do this. And so far it's worked out, but he's got to remember that he is an early game god.
Sure.
If he doesn't start switching this up as he gets into the 12, 13, 14 minute marks, I have a feeling we're going to start seeing a little bit more damage than necessary.
I don't know why they're... Oh, they were okay. They were waiting for Zigox to come into range. Not the right choice?
I think they might... No, they're not going to lose a creep here. Actually, Scylla will have lost a creep, so I don't know if that's worth. bead's going to be used, and he will portal out. Smart for him to get to that wall before those beads wore off. Otherwise, he would have been taken up.
Oh, yeah. Definitely would have gone for a ride in the sky if Sanjo caught up to that mid laner. Instead, will safely farm and find his red buff. So as we're coming upon the 10-minute mark, Clown Fiesta a little bit in the lead, but not really commanding any sort of momentum here, I would say.
Aphrodite has both Breastplate of Valor and Pen Boots online, ensuring proper wave clear, ton of cooldown reduction. She's, at this point, is impossible to gank. My worry here, though, is who she intends to kiss.
And, okay, so that's, I was going to go the opposite direction. Who she intends to kiss is more defensive. I remember once upon a time, a big part of what made Aphrodite so powerful was her ability to deal damage or just have numbers, and you were a big proponent of the dual morb on her.
No dual morb Afro. Dual morb Changa.
Dual morb Changa.
Dual morb Changa. No dual morb Afro. In fact, she is probably the only mage in the game currently that can't build dual morb.
Really? And why is that?
She just doesn't do anything with it.
Okay.
Kiss doesn't give her damage.
Not at all, 0.
Ult doesn't give her damage. Passive doesn't give her damage. It affects only the heal, the damage from the heal, which is kind of hard to hit. Oh, raw ult! And Scylla's going to go for it.
And that's going to be the 1-2 punch. Rapio gets the hit onto that one. Mid laner gets another kill. Zigox is going to absorb the ult out of the Neith. And meanwhile, the rest of Team Astro converges onto this middle lane. Sozage looking for damage onto his direct opponent, but Tyr is able to find a way out of there. Now Clown Fiesta has grouped up. They have been kissed by Aphrodite, and now things are turning around. The first kill for Astro is on the board, but Clown Fiesta on the aggressive.
Zigox, beautiful ult, not only stops the damage that should have resulted in his death from Odin, but allows his team to walk away from the Athena ult, which probably should have landed a both offensive and defensive ult, a win-win situation for the support, who somehow gets out as Athena dives the tower.
And the rest of the team is going to dive the tower as well. FlyToSafety is going to put Rapio anywhere but safety, and now he's in a little bit of trouble. Odin very low, getting aggressed on by Zigox, and Wlfy finds the basic to put the Odin into the dirt. 3 members for Team Astro still alive here defending their tower, and it's 100%. So Clown Fiesta dive, get a kill, but nothing else.
Man, 2 for 1 shows a little bit of a comeback potential for a team that is aiming more towards the late game. We see Sanjo and Rapio ensure a kill early on. They wind up getting out thanks to the play from Zigox. And again, I'm looking at Odin for thinking, I can do this one play. I intend to do it. And he's not really paying attention to what can happen if he does it. Not only does he not get the kill in the ultimate that he should have had early on, but as a result, dives the tower unsafely and finds himself back to the base again.
Yeah, I think that was, I was actually going to say pretty much the same thing. It was a perfect example of what you were talking about. Odin actually got what he came for, but he didn't see the sort of the chess mindset of thinking 2 moves ahead, and because of that, he's going to take the spill as well.
I mean, that's every MOBA. Every MOBA is chess. Especially for the jungler. That is the chess role. It is prediction, it is understanding of your opponent's strategy and how to counter it.
The jungler really strikes me, honestly. I'm going to go a level deeper in a board game shot. Go. You familiar with the game Go, the classic game Go?
Dude, I watch anime all day.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. So Go is a game about sort of very much, it's about positioning. And it's really about just like encircling the opponent. And that's what you want to do as a jungler. You want to cut off exits from your opponent. You want to cut off everything. And you want to make sure that nobody's really caught by surprise by anything janky.
Janky, you say? Interesting.
No, I said Janus.
Janus.
That's what I said.
Janus. No caught by Janus. No one's catching Janus. No worries. Looks like the Ellie's are getting taken. Tyr's rotating over. Might meet some resistance here. No, Afro's going to choose the better of it.
No, resistance is on PS3. We announced PS4 this week, though.
What did I say?
You said resistance. That was a game on PS3. They haven't released one for PS4. But in case you missed it, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Smite will be on PS4. Alpha keys are being given out right now, actually.
And you know what? Fdot's going to give out 2 of them later.
Sure. That's what I'll do. And right now, Red Team's going to look directly at the Gold Fury. And Zigox, well, he's going to take a nap real quick. FlyToSafety, a big part of that kill. Let's look at the player damage. Where is he? Number 4. Okay.
That's actually pretty high.
Yeah. Well, because the kill under the tower before and then chunked down that Khumbakarna right there. Honestly, I think before that last play on Khumba, Odin might have taken a slip.
Here's another issue with Aphrodite. She's not getting the rotations off. Luckily, Ducky has had no effect on this game.
And Ducky tries to, but misses the ultimate.
0 effect. I don't know what Tikkyy's doing this game, but he's choosing the wrong targets. He's not getting damage off. He's going into his blue stance for what seems like no reason. I mean, the amount of damage he did for the stance switch there.
I'm a monster, just gonna miss, but Tikkyy takes the hit anyway. Able to backflip, but Wlfy says no. There's the confirmed damage thanks to Chiron.
There we go. That's the tier I'm looking for.
That's what we were looking for. That kill will even things up. Team Astro come from behind to even the kills up, but the gold still separated by about 2,200. Clown Fiesta in the lead.
So Sozage now level 14 has option of another ability. Now they have one sprint already, and you know where Heavenly Agility was formerly absolutely important on Aphrodite, I don't know that it still might be. There are options. For me, I feel like she's not going to be quick enough to rotate without teleport. She doesn't have enough of an instantaneous effect on the match. Like, Tyr jumps in, everyone's like, no, please don't fearless me, bro. Like, right? She's just like, I'm going to kiss this person. I swear to God, I'm going to kiss my own teammate, and you're going to be so scared. Right?
Well, see, here's the thing for me. For Tyr, as we see another aggression on the FlyToSafety and 1-2 punch coming out from the boys on the side of Team Astro, who are now coming into themselves. One of the things that I like, or when it comes to Aphrodite, you're right. Tyr can blink or Lawbringer and then fearless somebody and everything's different. When I have an Afro on my team, I want her to come up with the team in front of the enemy rather than side to side. So you're right. I don't necessarily want to see the I don't necessarily want to see the teleport because of the rotations. I wanted to see...
Well, she went sprint, so...
Exactly. I want to see the laning phase end as soon as possible so that sprint can be used as a unit with the team.
I agree. I mean, I think also sprint on her is necessary. She doesn't have an escape. She needs to be able to outspace her opponent. The issue, Tyr going into Wingblade ensures that she will not have that ability. She went into Chronos Pendant instead of the Wingblade, so she'll have a little bit of extra damage and healing, but will now be much more susceptible to ganks. Once that ultimate's on cooldown, she's looking at only beads to get her out.
And there's another thought process. A lot of times when I see Aphrodite built, you generally see almost full tank because, as you said, a lot of the power is sort of wasted as Wlfy uses beads to get away from the Athena taunt. A couple of basics, but there's a strong ultimate.
The big one.
Not enough, and StacktimusPrime gonna take the kill and teleport out.
That tower shot is gonna find her eventually. Missed ultimate, trying to get out of here. Perfect beads actually winds up saving her. She doesn't, however, dodge the I'm a Monster, takes massive damage as they continue the fight. Odin Ring comes down and he's going all in.
Meanwhile, on the backside, Zigox has done his job, knocked somebody in the air, but unfortunately not there for his team as Sanjo takes another spill. We'll be able to see Rapio get out of there, but Zigox still dodging and weaving and ducking and diving and falling not into that portal and be able to walk away. There's the moonwalk.
Yep.
15 minutes on the clock, 6-6 are tied all around for the kills. And we are slip-sliding our way into the finals. 1,800 gold still in the lead for Clown Fiesta.
Aphrodite over towards the right side to meet Tyr once again. Still both level 16. No rotation from Tyr that time, despite the fact that he did have teleport available to him. I guess he didn't have enough of an advantageous ward deep into the jungle that he felt maybe going to the Tyr wouldn't be enough. As a result, sticks to his guns. He'll be going into Wingblade, like we said. Small amount of cooldown reduction. Looks like it's ready. I would assume Thebes as well.
CCR is an interesting stat on Tyr because he's always going to be, he has a maximum crowd control shot of 1 minute, 1 second, 1 minute, jeez. He can only be CC'd for 1 minute, for 1 second. So by building this Wingblade, that's even lessening it even more so. Which is an interesting choice, I think.
I miss Adventurer's Blade giving you cooldown reduction.
I enjoyed that. For a long time, the tier 2 of this item would still give cooldown reduction.
It's like $8. Like, just build it.
Yeah, it was 18 CDR. It was 8 CDR, and actually, if you built other items, it would put you 3% below the cap.
Oh no! Sanctuary pop for what seems like no reason. Janus all comes over, double taunt, damage all the way through, and this is why you pick Athena.
Here comes Zigox, but he's all by himself. He quickly realizes that and walks away. Clown Fiesta, Clown Fiesta, Clown Fiesta. They are having a fiesta of their own in this duo lane.
You'll notice, though, that was Athena and Janus.
Yes.
Neith had a small part in that, but for the most part, she was caught out. She had to use her actives in a weird spot. She kind of got baited a little bit. It was Athena and Janus, and these two characters have presence all the time. What's going to happen when Odin, is forced into these 5v5s? Is Aphrodite going to be enough to hold it down? Sprint comes through, and they're going to rush down the tier 2.
All 5 members of Clown Fiesta on the left side. Coming around from the backside is going to be the mid laner for Team Astro. Everybody knows it, and everybody shows it. Rapio down for the count.
Yep.
This time, Zigox is stuck in the ring. He's sleepy. He's sleeping for a long time. That support will be sitting for 30 seconds, which gives the red team a 30-second window where it's a 5-on-3, pushing this left lane, pushing Sanjo down. AngryDay gets 2 kills for both of his Qs, and it looks like Clown Fiesta's not done here on the left side. They want the Phoenix as well.
Well, it's a 5v2 with an Aphrodite. They have basically infinite heals, no way to be stopped. Aphrodite ult still up. Janus ult still available to get out if they need it. Phoenix about to go down, as well as Tyr, who is forced to use Lawbringer defensively. Spirit on the back! Got him!
That got me out of my seat. AngryDay making the switch from 3v3 to 5v5 and showing that he can be on any stage here.
Ooh.
Janus getting the shot.
Check out the rocky staircase that they have to climb now to get back into this game.
That one, man, looks like an Aztec tower. One of the things that I liked about that I wanted to point out over the left side that I think comes in together with that shot out of AngryDay was Athena taunt into damage isn't necessarily difficult unless that damage is unstable vortex. That's a hard ability to hit.
That's true, I guess.
Into a taunt, you got to find the exact. You know what I'm saying, though? You got to find that.
It's huge.
But it comes and it weaves and it dodges and.
Oh, speaking of dodges, Zigox used his ultimate there. And Odin 4-2-5, Janus 5-1-5, Athena 2-1-11 find themselves at the forefront.
I'm coming back to this one.
Okay.
The taunt into the unstable vortex, right? Because you have to figure out exactly where the taunt is going to bring the player.
It's huge.
And
You
have
can't
them
miss
hit.
it.
The unstable vortex?
This move is broken. You can't miss it.
There's 2 giant holes. They look like eyeballs.
Right, that you can't even, you can't purposefully put yourself in that hole. There's no way.
If you can't purposely put yourself in that hole, then you can't purposely put somebody in the non-holes, which is where it hits.
The move is gigantic. It covers more space than it misses.
It totally does. But you're doing it into the taunt. You don't give credit to that?
No way.
I
never give credit to Janus. I think it's cool. I think it's impressive the way people play them, but it's not like difficult.
Sure. I'm glad you said impressive because it was impressive at the very least. See, I'm the other way. When Janus escapes from dying, that's the one that I give credit to. You walk through a wall, congratulations.
See, but you got to know which wall to go through. You got to know where you put the point. No, I'm just kidding.
You got to understand the geometry of the map.
You got to know how long it's going to take before your passages wear off, so you get the movement speed from putting threshold X amount of feet in front of you. Like
some of these Janus players probably don't know the passive of passages. Honestly, I mean, we discovered that nobody knew the Thanatos passive. So,
dude, I couldn't believe. Yeah, Hinduman's like, did you know that? I'm like, yes, man.
Meanwhile, here's another push down the mid lane. Clown Fiesta on the aggressive, but things might not be going their way. There's an ultimate out of Aphrodite, maybe a little bit too early, as Astro is making a strong defense here in the mid lane. Sanjo goes up.
Ducky in some trouble here. Can he get the heal off? Kill, actually, for the blue team as StacktimusPrime falls down, but they trade it out immediately as the support falls in turn.
Afro's pushing things by herself. Here comes the blink and jump and caught. Ducky and Afro take a lot of damage. Tyr's gonna just miss the fearless. Bye, Felicia. Clown Fiesta get the first tier 2 tower in this mid lane.
With that, the teams will back off a win for Clown Fiesta 1-for-1, plus the tier 2 extends their lead to 10,000 gold. Sozage keeping the team healthy as they rotate over towards the right side to aim for the tier 1.
You are, really here, Clown Fiesta. We were questioning how much this Aphrodite was going to be able to do it, but Sozage, keep it going.
I don't know. We haven't really seen a lot from him. I'm looking at, honestly, it's been Thor. FlyToSafety had a rough early game, but since then has been pretty impressive.
What I'm seeing out of Sozage is he's playing raw. He's not necessarily doing it in the middle of the team fights, but he's able to keep his team up for the next battle without backing. He's able to really provide that sustain, which you see a lot out of Ra, as I said.
I'm just real surprised this Khumbakarna went into Blink and not into Weakening Curse. Like, they have one Weakening Curse for an Aphrodite. There's no Divine Ruin. There's no Brawler's Beat Stick, which is incredible now. The only thing they have is a Pestilence. It's not enough. The healing on that team is crazy.
I mean, that's the thought process, right? We saw this composition coming out from Team Astro, and we said, hey, look, they're combo, they're eggs. They have one thing that they're looking to do, and that's what they're trying to do right now.
And they haven't been doing it.
Well, exactly, but that's the thought process behind the blink. Blink in, Khumba ult, Scylla ult, now it's 5-on-4. Unfortunately for them, it's not working out. Instead, they're watching a fire giant get taken and can do nothing about it.
Anyone going to go in and stop this?
Nope.
I'm just going to let this happen.
Nope. That's Fire Giant going the way of Clown Fiesta, and they have brought this game to the position that they want it to be in.
All 5 members have Fire Giant. We have, let's see, 2 level 20s on the board as well with Sozage and AngryDayQQ, and they're linked up. You better know that this Janus is no longer a viable kill target.
There's the burst coming out from the Raven shield, and nobody's going to defend this tower despite having the pings all over it, which I think is the right choice. Astro needs to defend under a Phoenix at this point.
And they're going to go over towards the left side. Very smart. It's going to be very hard for them to lock down that half-health Phoenix.
Exactly, and one of the reasons they're going to the left-hand side, away from the fact that the Phoenix has already fallen, is one more time, that Phoenix is the furthest from the Fire Giant. So when Astro have to inevitably defend, because this one will likely go the way of Clown Fiesta here in the left lane, they'll be further away from the Fire Giant.
Rushing in towards the left side, I don't know that anyone's really going to have the control necessary. Constellation used
Zigox on the back.
Here we go.
He's going to put Afro up in the sky. There's the elimination. Completely gone because of the Afro ultimate. Fantastic play by Sozage to be able to hit that as soon as he lands. Zigox in the sleepy. Might be able to stay alive here. Not quite. FlyToSafety gets the kill. Puts the curtains on the Firebird as well. And Clown Fiesta not going to go too deep into the fountain. Just going to go ahead and look towards the other Phoenix.
They lost their front line. I mean, Ducky by himself isn't doing enough. Oh, my God. Yeah, tell me again about how Janus hit that shot. It was incredible.
It was incredible when he hit that shot, Janus.
Oh, awesome. No, it was a good shot, though. AngryDay really showing up that game. I love the way that he played, start to finish. I really felt like he made the weakness of Odin look like a strength with how many shots he hit. And then, of course, it was just Athena Janus the whole time. Athena Janus.
Without a doubt. I mean, let's take a look at where it all started. It was a part of the end. Of course, started with the beginning. And as I stall, waiting for the clip, there's Tikkyy on the Neith. And this is the one that went back and forth, actually. We weren't sure which. This looks like it's all blue team. And then all of a sudden, things take a turn for the worst.
They didn't kill the creeps fast enough. They completely tunnel vision on Team Astro, trying to get the kill on Neith, and she turns it around immediately and finds a kill in return. I love it.
And that was all the start of Cloud Fiesta's sort of dominant victory. We take a look at some of the plays coming out from AngryDayQQ. As I said, he made a name for himself playing mainly hunters in the 3v3 scene, but here he is playing Janus.
You're gonna tell me
that play's cool, man.
You're gonna tell me that was like it was perfect.
That was difficult.
Is what it was. It was flawless.
Exactly.
But it wasn't like he needed to like change the world around him. He aimed the shot and he hit it perfectly.
Are you telling me perfection is easy, Diem Brandon? Just because I woke up like this doesn't mean anything. Okay?
I was like, I'm feeling I'm getting baited by this. I mean, the guy played amazingly, though. Start to finish, his ults were great, his movement was great, the way he was using Threshold was great. This is the kind of mid laner that EU has not had in their challenger scene in a while. Which
is fun, because a lot of times, especially myself, I like to bring up the utilitarian aspect of Janus, which we honestly didn't see too much of here, but as you said, we don't see this hard carry mid lane a lot in Europe, and that's what we get out of AngryDay here.
You'll notice that every time he throws that Unstable Vortex, he is at the perfect length to make sure the very center or the very front of it hits. I mean, he's aiming it perfectly.
And he's able to create distance between himself and the enemy as well, making sure to create the ideal positioning when you're playing a squishy mage. And look at this. So easy to get distracted, keeps his eye on the prize of the objective of the Phoenix the entire time, and then goes, wait a second, you're not going home tier, and then just launches the spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
That is it.
The spiritual weapon coming out of, that's a Diem Brandon invention, actually.
Yes.
Spiritual weapon. So we'll take a look. And we're going on to game number 2 of our finals. We'll see you in a little bit. Stay tuned. Spiritual weapon.